About time. Eh? I guess YouTube is just whenever it wants. Whenever it feels like it. Don't let me fucking set it up this way. God damn it. What's good with everybody? What's cracking like it? On this Tuesday night. What's popping? Let's see. This right here. Move this over here. And let's see. But what's cracking like it with everybody? What's everybody up to on this fine Tuesday? Actually, pretty chilly Tuesday. Hustle through the struggle. What's cracking like it? Alex, what's good, my boy? Oh, Lonely Boy 213 up in the casa. Cubole, my boy. What's cracking like it? Oh, Hormiga's definitely up in the building. Oh, the homie Grande is in the building. What's good with you, my boy? What you up to, homie? What's cracking, homie? Chilling. What's good with you, Anthony? Having a cold modelo. That's right. We having a cold tecate. It's good. Hit me up. Oh, hey, you have to hit me up because I got a new phone. I lost all my contacts, my boy, but I still have the same number. Hit me up if I could get at you. My old phone fucking broken. You know what I mean? American Meat. What up, G? What's good with you, my boy? Just sit down and blaze and listening to the oldie. That's right, my boy hustled through the struggle right there doing his thing. Did you watch the Lakers in Detroit? Yeah, damn, that fool was all bloody fool. He was throwing he was making a scene and shit. Hey, when the vato was hit face to face, fool, he was all calmado. As soon as they're like 10 feet apart, fool, that fool, and like seven people are holding him back, that fool wants to put on a scene. Like, fuck. When he had him in his cara, fool, that fool didn't even tell him nothing. Like, that's some funny ass shit. Feels like some highness nowadays. Saludos, homie. That's right. Hey, likewise, my boy. Saludos to you. Oh, Drunken Chef up in the building. Go check out his channel. Go subscribe to homie's channel right there. The vato definitely knows what he's doing. Um, you know what I mean? No, I was talking to my homie, Grande. I did that shit got rejected. Serio? Ah. Well, you know what? You still have the same number. I have your number in one of my old phones. I'll get it from there. Um, Cause I'm pretty sure you always have the same number. You never change it. Posted G. What up, bro? Oh, you watch the weekend games, G. Yeah, Simon. As a matter of fact, I won the bets in all of them almost. Almost all of them. I think I only lost one. Um, is it true that there's a few Northerners that open up a smoke shop in Long Beach? No. Um, no. I wouldn't know, my boy, to tell you, to be honest with you. Yeah. If they did, pues que les vaya. If they did, pues que les vaya bien, you know? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Richmond. Oh, that's right. Richmond is definitely up in the house. I'll hit you up tomorrow, my boy. Órale, Simón, homie. For sure. What up, man? What you sipping on? Tecate Light. We on the Tecate Light trip. The big DP up in the building. That's right. Shout out to Dog Patch. Dog Patch is definitely in the building. Damn, I thought. Who? Who's that? Cubo, Pomona Soul Sounds up in the casa. That's right. Pomona Soul Sounds is definitely up in the house. One Flint. Oh, I have a cousin. He's a Sureño and has been in prison. He's all tatted down. I heard one of my families found a gay video on him online. Would you have to? Would you? Would he have to go to PC if we're from about his? If he's the one in that video, in that gay video, would he have to go? Yeah, he's definitely gonna. We're gonna roll him out of there. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's definitely gonna get rolled out. You know what I'm saying? King Cobras, that's right. King Cobras is definitely up in the house. Culver City is definitely in the casa. Watts up. Shout out to Watts, homie. Shout out to all the camaradas in Watts. What's good, Art? Tapping in from work. That's right, homie. Always getting his money. I thought, I thought King Cobra. Oh, I know. We got the light this time. You know what I mean? It was cheaper. They were having a sale on the 3 pack, so I was like, fuck it. Gotta get it how it comes, my boy. Uh, uh, you ain't never heard. Nah, who's that? I'm telling you, I'm not too hip. I'm not hip at all, my boy. Like when it comes to all the like modern day stuff, it's like I'm telling you, I suck with like technology. Like I'm never on the internet. Like like I don't. It's like what I mean. It's like all that shit like doesn't really interest me all that much. I'm from the old school. I don't know. Kiwo Perro. Oh, that's right. Duende is definitely up in the house. What's good with you, Duende? How you been, my boy? Been a cool minute. Uh, what's on the menu, my boy, for Thanksgiving? Oh, everything, my boy. And a lot of pisto. You already know. As long as there's pisto, my boy, we good. Now, pavo, the ham, stuffing, todo el pedo, you know what I'm saying? Pero more las chelas que nada. He is from Frisco. He owns the dispensary calls Cookies. Oh, he's the guy from Cookies. Orale. Yeah, I know Cookies. Okay. Now I know of Cookies. I'm not like too like familiar with them and all that much, but yeah, I know who Cookies is. You know what I'm saying? Because like I don't like Chief is so I only drink. Give it a shadow. I've been digging some of these unknown rappers lately. Thank you to your channel, Carnal. Oh, Creeps, Outside Blaze, and Chicano rap sitting new creative standards low. Key or no? Yeah, hey, gracias, my boy. I appreciate it, Eyeball, because that is definitely what the purpose of those videos are. To shed some light on these individuals that don't get recognition. That or don't have the financial means to advertise themselves. Although my channel's not like all that big and stuff like that. I mean, it's something, and a little bit of something is better than a whole lot of nothing. So I at least try to give them at least the people that I have on my channel. At least they peep them out like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they do have talent. I honestly feel like they do have talent, and I don't ever they don't ask me to, and I don't like be charging whatever. Like I do it just because like I only feel that it's right. They're raza. Like. I know that these other companies want to be charging them for like commercials or anything like that, and it's like that's messed up. So, because I know how the struggle is, so I know it's rough. So, I at least try to do my part. You know what I mean? Um, because I don't get paid for those videos or nothing like that. I just do it because I feel like it's only right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the purpose of those videos. Shed some light on those who are kept in the dark. Did you guys ever have a drive-in theater out there in the SFV? Yeah, we have well, not in the SFV, but we come to the drive-in, but the one over here. So I guess no. But yeah, I have been to the drive-in. Um, by the way, big happy birthday to my son, little Ann. That's right, happy birthday to little Ann right there, my boy, and many more to come. Westside Playboys is definitely in the house too. The homie J Wabbit right there holding it down. Do Mexican gangs have to earn the 13 or do they just put it? No, they have to earn it, my boy. You just can't put 13. You put 13, there's gonna be problems. Big problems. It's gotta be earned, my boy. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it goes. Beats his first stage. All right, he beat his first stage. That's good, my boy. Hey, at least he's doing his thing. Hey, wish him all the best. I'm from the old school too, but no, I know. It's just that I'm like a dinosaur when it comes to all of that. What do you think of gay gangsters? There's gay gangsters. I never knew that there was gay gangsters besides the gangster boys or whatever. But that doesn't really count. It's more like a group of individuals, than an actual gang. They're not out there like doing drive-bys on people or riding on walls or claiming turfs or stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So because it's taboo within our world. Look, like me personally, I don't give a fuck about gay people though. I don't care. It's not my life. I'm not the one in bed with them individuals. I could care less who the hell they're sleeping with. Like their lives are never in our thoughts. Why would we be sitting around thinking about gay people for? You get what I'm saying? Like nobody thinking about them individuals or caring about who the fuck they're dating. You know what I mean? But then now it's different if you now are trying to like bring that like throw it upon us. Then it's different. Then there's gonna be issues. You know what I mean? It's like you stay in your side and we stay over here, and it's all to the gravy. You know what I'm saying? Like you do you, we do us, and there. Um, so you know, cause so to answer you, like I don't think nothing of it because I have never met a gay gangster or have even known of any or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure there is. You know what I mean? In the closet and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10 is gonna go bad. It's gonna go south. That's just the way it is. Gang gangsters. I know that's what I'm saying. Like tapping in. Oldies forever. I said that's right. Good, my boy. How you been? Oh, we've been doing good, my boy. Right here, homie, doing the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? How about yourself? No gay talk. You two will close the chat. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time. uh, it's funny because it's like you know, uh, they claim we have freedom of speech, but in reality, do we have freedom of speech? You know what I'm saying? The government is awfully funny. you know, rules are made to be broken, I guess. Simon G, that's right. Though, a miracle, he said. Damn, that's crazy. Wow. Yeah, wish that for the best. I like some of your videos, boss. Hey, well, gracias, my boy. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? We try, we try. Um, no discriminating. Yeah, well, we're just voicing our opinion. It's not discrimination. I would say more of giving my insight. You know what I mean? But that's just my opinion at the end of the day. Um, not trying to spill that on or make people see it my way. I'm just giving my thoughts on it. Uh, that's it. Blazing some kush cake. That's right. Did you fight any of your wife's ex when you guys were dating? That's part of the culture. No. Why would I do that for? Like, what would be the purpose of that for? Though I don't understand. Like what you know? Like I would see like why? That's right. That sounds like this. He was tasty. My brother is gay, but he told me he pushes shit. Hey, well, yeah, I guess it is what it is. Like I said, I don't worry about them. You know what I mean? Like, homies are not in a circle right there posted in the hood worrying about gay people, dog. Like, man, can you believe that vato sleeping with that vato? Like, my boy, ain't no conversation like that going on in the hood, homie. Like, we ain't thinking about people who the fuck they're sleeping with. We care less. Yo, what's good? The zombie gaming right there. Long Beach is definitely in the house. Dummy Rudy right there representing out of Long Beach. Hey, bro. Did you just see that? Blah, blah. What could you say of cloud chasing? What could you say about cloud chasing? Cloud chasing is definitely look, everyone's entitled to do and carry themselves however they want to carry themselves. My personal perspective on cloud chasing is I think that it's a cry for attention, you know what I mean? It says more about the individual, not so much it says more about the individual's character, right? His upbringing, right? Like he felt like I guess he was never acknowledged, so he feels like acting out is the only way to get attention. It's kind of like when parents no pelan a un niño, then the kid acts up, right? So the kid now does stupid shit, right? Because that's the only time that the parent could comes and actually pays attention to the child, right? Like, oh my god, oh, what are you doing? So he thinks in his head that's the only way he could get their attention by doing stupid shit, and then finally he'll get the attention of the parents because he feels like that's the only way because nunca lo pelan. That's why they do all this dumb behavior because it's the only time that they feel like any type of emotion, right? Whether it's like, oh my god, you could hurt yourself, don't be doing that, cause so then they start doing all this tonterias because they want them to now come and save the day, and now he feels like they build that bond, and as you grow older, um, it starts evolving right with your persona, and it creates individuals like this because they feel like this is the only way that they could get attention. They can't get attention um, any way else. It's the psychology behind it, right? Because even though you're an adult, you should know that that's retarded. Like, why don't you just act normal? Psychologically, they don't understand because their upbringing was like that because that's their parents, right? The ones who are supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? So if that's the only way they could get their parents' attention, then who's to say doing anything else will get the attention of everyday people? You know what I mean? If it wouldn't even work with their parents. So therefore, they feel like they could only act like this in order to get some kind of attention. Psychologically, they were scarred. Um, so I guess I could see it from that sense. You know what I mean? It's more of a cry for help than anything else, in my opinion. If we look at the psychology behind it, if we're just talking words, and that's the last of that. And that's the end of that. I was in Susanville, and there was a gay dude from 59 Bribs in there, and he was hella weird, and yes, he was in an active yard. Serio? Damn. Well, the blacks have their way of running their programs. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know their politics. You know what I'm saying, or how they conduct themselves. But to everybody their own. You know what I'm saying? I just personally never heard of that. But about to smoke up a joint. That's right. I think I would lose my mind without the motas. Serio? Damn. I'm like that with the pistol. I got busy on some food at Walmart. Damn, that's right, my boy. Handling business. Have you ever seen the movie Pimps Up, Hose Down, American Pimp? What do you think about? I have never seen none of those. Um, I'm telling you, I was literally never home. I was literally always in the streets. Always in the streets. I never watched TV or movies or nothing. It was always street, 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 street. To this day, I'm like that. You know what I mean? I just hang out with homies. I'm not really on like technology or anything like that. Just music, But I mean, but other than that, it's about it. Um, I'm not a fan of modern day stuff. Um, I even suck with technology, man. It's even a mission for me to still get the hang of fucking YouTube. You know what I mean? And then for people to be thinking that I have that like the fuck, my boy, I don't even know how to open an email. You want me? Motherfuckers thinking that I have this, and that. Like, no, man, that's crazy. I have a brother who. What gang in North Hollywood had the heaviest beef? What gangs in North Hollywood had the heaviest beef? Well, every neighborhood, whoever they beef it with is gonna have heavy beef. You know what I mean? So every barrio has their heavy beefs. Because you have enemigos, you have enemies. Like my neighborhood, we beef it with like 40 different neighborhoods. But out of the 40, there's maybe like four of them that is like it's it's beef beef. You know what I'm saying? The rest is just some minor beef. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but this is the main priority. And so every neighborhood has that main priority. So every neighborhood has like heavy beef. You know what I'm saying? Um, because they be out there, they be doing things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, ain't nobody slacking. What up, sending my respects from the Big Bad Norte Sanjo. That's right, the homie Hyper right there representing out of Sanjo, North Side. Woo woo. I met some gang member in Hollywood. Serio, homie? That's crazy. Well, I had never, can't even sit here in front and say that I have, you know what I mean? I literally have never. Well, good. Struggle. Saludos from Anaheim, Jeffrey Street, Tijuanitas. That's right. Have you watched the movie from the 70s, a California prison movie? Yeah, actually, I think I have seen that one. Like I seen all that, like those, like that one, like Felon, like Boulevard Nights, like the Duke of Raw, Kings of the Street, 187, obviously, Felon, shit like that. I won't stop smoking weed in years. Damn, serio? The Chief? What's up, bro? Pimp Monkey? That's right, my boy. What you up to? Likewise, he just said, what up, man? Oh, what's good, Flacco? What's cracking like in my boy? Shout out to the homies from VXLS right there. Homie Flacco definitely up in the building. What's good with you, Flax? I stay ready so I don't have to get ready. Ah, it's a beautiful saying. What did Exhibit say? I'd rather be caught with one than be caught without one. Damn. Serio. What up, little I see you. A shadow, nice way of putting cloud chasing into an example. I know how, like, I, I know that people like it, like, sometimes, they don't like it. They ask me questions and then, like, I dive in too much into it and shit like that. Just because I like to give, like, why I see it the way I see, you know what I mean? Like, a better understanding of for my view on it like that. But sometimes I get caught up in the moment. All that shit, it interests me. What happens when you fail? Claim your hood, artist, claim your hood, big artist from let's claim. Yeah, yeah. When you're claiming a neighborhood and you're not from that hood, my boy, there's gonna be issues. You know what I mean? Homies don't like vatos claiming they're vatos. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta see it from this end. Homies have died for this. Homies are doing life for this. And all of that. We all have to pay our dues. You know what I mean? Being from the block, you don't just get to talk a good one. Every dog's gonna have their day where you're gonna have to perform, and do your thing. You know what I'm saying? And we have all paid, the consequences and we have the battle scars and shit like that. And then for somebody just to come and just try to benefit off of it, right? However he sees it, maybe respect, maybe intimidation, maybe to get women, but for whatever reason he, you know, sees it, to fit to get what he wants, but without having to sacrifice or pay any of the consequences like the rest of us have. Like I said, because homies have died for this and everything like that. It is a spit in the face of every individual in that neighborhood and everybody that's passed away and etc. You get what I'm saying? So if they catch you, there's gonna be issues, and they're gonna know if you're a claimer or not because, well, homies know who's in their riders and stuff like that, and they're not gonna know you, and there's gonna be issue. You know what I mean? They're gonna probably go hunt for you before they even hunt the enemies, just because it's like a spit on those who gave their lives. It's like, oh, so you want all the benefit, but without the consequence. Like, it doesn't work like that, my boy. Like, real motherfuckers have done real things for these shits, and then for individuals just to come and just try to leech off of it, nah, ni madres. And that's the reality of it. Because I know people say like, well, what if they want individuals claiming their hood and all that? No, 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 they wouldn't. And for that reason and that reason, not only that, but if you ain't really with the function and stuff like that, and then like you get punked somewhere, now you're making that neighborhood look bad because you're claiming it. So it's never a good scenario in general. Not even for that individual. That's the worst thing too. It's like, my boy, stay in school. Like, why would you want to claim this lifestyle? You get nothing out of this life. Like, what are you doing with yourself? Like, be grateful that you didn't actually really join and you get to steer your life into a better, make something of yourself. Like, what you claiming this shit for, dog? Like, pretend to be a doctor or a lawyer. Don't pretend to be a gang member. You fucking crazy. Like, people are a trip nowadays. Huh? That's crazy. Like, man, you can pretend to be anything in the world and you just to pretend to be a gang member? Fucking guy, dude. Che vatos. Weighs 90. He weighs 90 pounds, homie. Damn, dog. Just gotta feed that for. I mean, I'm gonna feed that for one of these steaks that I made. Yeah, soaking wet too. Shit. Uh, Shadow, I see you some of the rollers of the battle. You're gonna have to play one. Oh yeah, I played one of them. The one that just passed by. The one that I just recently did. I already know how to use this. Oh, I know. That's true. YouTube is always updating too. So I'm like way behind on all that shit. That shit's crazy. Shadow and Serio, what influence and legacy does Yoshi Loco have in the overall world of rap, Chicano rap, hip hop in general? How do you remember Yoshi Loco artists, two artists? I feel like Yoshi Loco was a talented individual because of the type of music he did, right? Because he wasn't just typical Chicano rap, you know what I mean? Which is I guess the Chicano, the Spanglish type of Chicano rap. Like it's not the, because he brings more, more culture in his type of Chicano rap. You know what I mean? He's more, you know, because he's from that tierra. Some of his rolas are mostly, I know he's got his songs in English, but I'm saying like, mostly in Spanish and more into like the Mexican side of it compared to when you're hearing Chicano rap from over here, you're looking at it more from the Mexican American side of it. You know what I mean? And more because of his Spanish is fluently. Like with a lot of Chicano rappers, you could when they try to rap in Spanish, you could tell that that's not their first language. You could tell that that's their second language because it doesn't come out so fluently or so smooth. Like let's say a Yoshi, let's say a Duende, let's say OG Diablo from San Diego, somebody like that. That when they rapping in Spanish, or an Ese Brown from Click on One, where they're rapping in Spanish, you could tell that that was their first language, so it comes out smoothly. Compared to these individuals, when they do it, it's like it sounds like you could tell. You know what I mean? So I think from that point of view, in Chicano rap, um, that's what's gonna stand out about him and why he stands out. You know what I mean? Because there's a few out there like Yoshi, Mr. Triple I, Duende, Diablo from SD, but there's not that many though. There's not that many. Very few. Um, you know, that do like that type of style. More of a Mexican gangster's point of view than a American Mexican gangster's point of view. I guess if I was to say. Um, but man, it's kind of what happened. You know what I mean? Está cabrón, homie. The streets ain't no joke. ¿Qué onda, mi gente? Starton is definitely tapping in, homie. What's good? What's good? Who's the biggest beef between the carnales? Who has the biggest beef between the carnales? ¿Cuáles carnales? I hope we're not talking incarceration. uh, do you listen to any of your enemies' music? I will listen to their music, like I would hear it out to see, you know, if they're good or not. I'm not a hater, right? With all neighborhoods to the side. If the vato gets down in rapping, I'll say, you know what? F his neighborhood, but the vato has talent in rapping. You know what I mean? Would I say I'm bumping it and cruising down the streets bumping it? No. Would I say that I have heard it? Yeah, I've heard it. Would I say if I support it? With the Raza, I'll support it. I won't hear it. I won't bump it, but I'll support it. You get what I'm saying? I know it's like, oh, get over it, grow up already, blah blah blah. Like I said, I have my own personal demons. Some of us, like I said, I'm still working on it. I'm not perfect. You know what I mean? Like I have my own errors that I commit and I'm still working through. You know what I'm saying? Because if I would try to say the opposite right here, I'll be right here lying to you guys, saying that, oh yeah, I'm over all that. You know what I'm saying? When I still feel a certain way, and that's not lying or trying to seem tough or that. That's because that's honestly how I feel. Like it's not to try to sound cool or none of that, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end, like I said, it's all bullshit, it's stupid, you know what I mean? But that's how I feel. So it's like, you know, that's just honesty. But so I wouldn't say I bumped them. I mean, but I hear them out because they're raza, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I have reacted to several of them right here on my channel. Um, like I said, I could feel however I feel about their neighborhoods. But if the individual has talent, then I would, then I can't come on here and say that I'm real, I'm solid, I'm 100. I only tell it how it is. You know how all these fools always say all of that. But yet, when they hear their enemy's rola, they know that they like it. They know it sounds good, but they're gonna say that it doesn't just because they're from the rivals. Then you're not being honest. You're not being 100. You're not telling it how it is, like you always say you do. You're being fake. You're lying. You know what I'm saying? So how could you say you claiming to come 100 when you're telling fibs right now? You know what I'm saying? Like if keeping it 100 is what this game's about, and being honest being a man of your word, then my boy, then you would be like, well, F that neighborhood, but sabes que that vato's got talent, homie. And that's 100. I know there's some people out there that, oh, they for me, but me, and then me, that no real gangster does that. Also, you're telling me in order to be a real gang member, I have to be lying? So I have to lie in order to be real? I didn't realize it works like that, my boy. You know what I'm saying? These individuals have their clecha all fucked up. This is funny. But it is what it is. Have you watched Road Dogs? Nah, I haven't seen that one. I'm smoking on 33 right now. Damn, my boy. Your favorite Chicano gangster movie? Oh man, I'm not. I would. I don't really have one, but maybe if I honestly had to pick one of them, Boulevard Nights. Probably would pick Boulevard Nights. Boulevard Nights are colors. You know what I mean? One of those two. Blood in, Blood Out. I actually don't like Blood in, Blood Out. I mean, I think it's funny, like as a comedy movie, like something to laugh at. But uh, I'm not too fond of that movie. But like to laugh and clown around because it's funny because Popeye's funny, pinche Chewy and all that. It's laugh, because it's funny because it's like these vatos are clowns, like that, like laughing at it, not laughing with it, I guess. Hey bro, look at your door and window. Some goons can break, catch you slipping. Then they break and catch me slipping, my boy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can never be worried about getting caught. I mean, wait, if they catch you slipping, they catch you slipping. That's it. I've been caught slipping plenty of times. Got the battle scars to prove it. I never welcome death, but I don't fear it either. You know what I'm saying? Like if they come, they come. If they don't, they don't. We're not gonna be, we're not gonna be, we're not gonna be living. We're not gonna be. It's not gonna stop us from living life. Just because we're scared of what might happen. Like that's ridiculous. You should always live with no fear, because the reality is that you can never be scared of another individual. He needs food and water to survive. You need food and water to survive. If a bullet hits you, you die. If a bullet hits him, he dies. What could break your nose could break his nose. You guys are equal. So there's no reason for you to be afraid of other individuals. Because in reality, it's an even playing field. Everybody's the same. So what you gotta be scared of? You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, once they catch you, it's already. I mean, it's a wrap. What's done is done. I mean, you can't dwell on it no more. You're already dead. And plus, I'm confident in my abilities. Some said a bad reputation, and even from the Liga. That's when playing guess ghost tag. Serio, working, hearing you out. That's right, my boy. Have you talked to Puppet? Have you ever ran into wannabe or someone false claiming? Yeah, you know what I mean. And I mean, stuff. They got fixed and stuff like that. What went down, went down. Fill up the water cannon. That's it. And you know what's crazy? That we have like un chingo de fucking water bottles just right there. And she's over here saying she has to buy more. It's like a water cannon and water bottles. Su puta madre. Parece que tenemos aquí puro pinche pescados. Is it snitching that food from a bottle still? Is it snitching that fools from a bottle steal and rob from civilian wearing bandages? Is it snitching that fools from a bottle steal and rob? I don't understand that question. Like I don't get it. When I was first, when I first remember, they would even question you about your. Oh my gosh. Nowadays, battles have whatever. Yeah. Oh, I know. There's a whole lot of those conversations. Obviously, I can't have them here because I don't discuss incarceration on my channel for obvious reasons. But yeah, there's a whole lot about it, all that. I just can't speak about it right here on my channel. You know, I know people ask me those questions. They want me to dive into it, but I just, you know, for obvious reasons, I just can't, dive into all that. You know what I'm saying? At least not on camera. Yeah, but yeah, I understand what you mean, my boy. Yeah, 100. I was about to ask the person who put up. I watch movies, but you go by. Yeah, I mean, if I mean the closest to it, I guess you know what I mean. I guess if you wanna like, kind of like, I guess maybe the closest one to it, like to the, even though it's not, exactly. I mean, it's probably, you know, cool, accurate. If you want to talk about the prison aspect to it, then if you want to get to see the, I guess, the street aspect to it, you could watch End of Watch. Like, it gives you a kind of good idea about how that is. Civilians have the right to call cops and punks. Yeah, civilians definitely have the rights to call cops. That's not snitching. Everyday people. I mean, that's what law enforcement is for. You know what I mean? A snitch is only a snitch if you belong to a criminal organization. So if you and your buddies decide to do something illegal and you guys get caught, and then now you're turning on them, right? Because you agreed to commit these criminal activities, and now because you got caught, you're flipping on them. Therefore, you are snitching. But if you belong to no criminal organization, if you didn't agree to these things, then how are you snitching? You didn't agree to this to begin with. You know what I mean? You belong to no gang tie, so therefore the rules do not apply to you. What's stupid nowadays is that people try to apply gang rules to ordinary people. Like, my boy, they're not from no gang. Like, what are you doing? Like how they a snitch? Like fuck, fool. Did they teach you anything about being a G? Like, this is like, people be using words that in ways they don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, that fool's a snitch. Like, well, where's that about the from? I thought he didn't bang. No, he doesn't. Now he's a snitch. Now, if somebody tells on you, my boy, and they're not a gamer, don't be mad because you took somebody who shouldn't have been there to begin with. Don't be mad because you trusted an individual that you shouldn't have spoken this kind of stuff about to, because it's only supposed to be kept within the circle. And you're only supposed to take individuals that are part of your group, to do these kind of activities and stuff like that. Don't So just because you take your ordinary friend, now he says something, my boy, you shouldn't have took him to begin with. So don't be mad because you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyday people have the right to call law enforcement. They're not snitches. They belong to no gang ties. They didn't ask for this fucking life. They get to do that. They have every right to. You know what I'm saying? Next time, do the Holly right. Don't be mad because you got caught, and now you want to blame somebody else. Hey, blame the person in the mirror, my boy. We all know what it is when we get caught, my boy. No one forced us to do all that, Holly. He chose to do it. We got caught. You know, once you understand, once individuals could understand that part, then they'll maintain being solid because they'll be sitting in the cell. They know why they're there. You know what I mean? And they can't blame nobody, so they just do their thing. But if now this individual felt like, you know, these guys, he had the trust, and then now the trust is broken because they're not there for him, and woo woo, then of course he's gonna flip. Because the illusion now gets burst, the bubble bursts, reality hits. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's because what you thought the game is and what the game actually really is two different things, right? Like, you should have thought that shit and put yourself on game first. So everyday civilians have the right to call law enforcement. They're not snitches. You know what I mean? Those rules only apply to gang members, not to everyday people. I know rappers like to say other stuff. you know, Have you started playing more Warzone? Yeah, we've definitely been hitting it. Saludos from. Oh, that's right. Corona Barrio 4 Street is definitely in the house. Corona Barrio Locos putting it down. Sub homie, what's good? What's good? Orale, what up, perro? Saludos. Hey, saludos. Right back to you, Chango 209. It's all about the Cora. Yes, it is, my boy. Your heart is the only thing that matters in this game, my boy. Not the way you talk, not the way you walk, not your how you dress, not your hair, not your none of that. Trust me, boy. I seen homies tattooed from face, head, those G'd up, who ranked it, who crying, begging on their knees, who are straight weenies, my boy. Those plaqueados and everything, todos tumbados, and homies were weenies, dog. And then I seen vatos that look like Steve Urkel, my boy. I ain't even lying. Who are straight gunners, my boy. Like, don't fall for the illusions. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all about the person's heart. It's the only thing. I seen homies all different kinds of ways, my boy. From 100 tattoos to no tattoos, from long hair to no hair, from long socks to short socks, from baggy clothes to tight clothes. I seen gang members come in all different ways, my boy. So when people ask me like, how does a gang member look like? Well, I have no idea, my boy. Anybody could be a G, dog. You know what I'm saying? Yes, to typically more of us dress in this manner, yeah. But to say that that's the actual style, or they don't come in other ways is ridiculous. You know what I mean? Real homies know, you know that. I have homies every type of way, like I said. But since I like, ah, my boy, come on now. We gonna really be gangbanging in the comments, my boy? Like, ain't nothing gangster about that, homie. You know what I'm saying? Um, in person is different because you're in person, but on the internet, my boy, like you don't get no stripes out of that. Like there's really no need for that because then people start getting mad and over nothing, my boy. Because that doesn't mean it doesn't prove that someone's hard. Or you get what I'm saying? Like it's better like we're told. These are rules within the barrio. Um, they better not see homies dissing the enemy guys on the internet because that makes our barrio look bad. You know what I mean? Like motherfucker, you have these fools right here, homie. And instead of going and telling them to their cara, you're gonna be fucking doing it on the internet, homie. So you're gonna be looked upon as weak, and then you get a calentada for that, a regulation. You get a hot one, you know what I mean? 13 seconds, or because for making the hood look bad, like because like you can just drive and tell them, you're gonna be doing it online. You know what I mean? Like, but to see that's like old school klecha, like those are like old school, like how Barros would do it. You know what I mean? To keep homies, walking a straight line. Not because they dislike the little homies, but because I'm telling you, I made all these mistakes, all the shit that I be telling gente, and hey, I made when I was a youngster, I made each and every one of these mistakes. And yes, I got calentadas and all of that, but it made me the big homies put me up on game, pues. It made me the individual that I am today because I made those mistakes. I know what not to do. You get what I'm saying? Not because like, oh, I think I'm super gangster, or I think that I'm perfect, or I never know. No, I made all those fucking mistakes when I was younger. But I you live and you learn, pues. You know what I'm saying? And then now I just give like the advice that way. Like, it's better to stay in school in general. You should, because his life's not worth it. But I'm saying if youngsters still decide to go down that path or whatever, it's better to carry yourself like this and for these reasons. That way you don't have to learn the hard way. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, do you hear about that guy that drove into the parade all bad? Yeah, that's fucked up shit, man. Like there's it's crazy. You know what I mean? Not only that, his prior records too. Like the vato was, I don't know. I mean, this. Hey, but they catch a homie throwing putazos. They give that fool like 5 years, homie. This vato fucking touching little kids and shit like that. This fool's out in the streets chilling, homie. Even managed to run people over on a Christmas parade. Pero homie, tirando un putazo way at the park or something like that, and that's it. Uh, but yeah, that's Scandalous, man. That's a piece of shit, dog. Where you from? I say I'm from Bradford Street, my boy. It's in North Hollywood. Um, Kill 5 injured 40. Yeah, I know that's kind of, and on a Christmas parade, my boy, when everybody's doing family thing, you know what I'm saying? Like you're fucking cowards, you know what I'm saying? I hate people like that. Yeah, and they said he was a rapper. Yeah, oh, he was a rapper. Damn, what the hell? Are Pacoima Parublas big in numbers? Yeah, they are. They are deep. Pacoima Parublas is definitely deep, and they definitely do their thing, homie. Ain't no lie. 2-5 to life for killing someone. Yeah, it ain't worth it. Oh, the street is so what do you think of these smash and grab robberies lately. I think that's ridiculous too. I think that shit is stupid. People are lazy nowadays. They want fast money. See, the thing is that we live in a generation now where people are obsessed with materialistic things, right? Because of the internet, because of everybody flashing their money online and flashing this and that. That it feels people. It pushes people to feel like they need to, be like them in order to be accepted, right? Because they're desperate for the attention, desperate, to be viewed like these individuals that has them doing all these stupid things, right? Because they literally think it's a game, because they don't know what the real struggle is, what real street life is, right? To them, it's just like a game, right? But then until shit gets real, then they don't want to play no more. That's why a lot of these fools end up rolling up, because they're not really about that life. They just think that they are, and then until reality hits, you know what I mean? Like they don't really have the bond out there. They like us, when we were younger, we were always in the streets. I mean, there was no phones, there was no nothing. Like you had to go to your friend's house, and everyone had to meet up and chill and bumping into other gente and throwing putazos. Now it's done more on the internet than anything else. So they don't have the real experience like homeboys do. So like the streets bred us to be this way, like cold hearted and like like really about the business and stuff like that. And why to keep our mouth shut? Because we've been through these events, so we actually have actual bonds to it and stuff like that, compared to these people that have no bonds to it. You know what I mean? Because everything's just a fairy tale, so it's easy for them to break that because there's nothing really there. There's no pack. You know what I mean? Just a bunch of fairy tales on the internet. Um, so yeah, these individuals want to be doing all this and that for, I guess, for to floss it and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And then worst of all, they record themselves too. Like God, dog. Like, and then they wonder how they get caught too. Su puta madre. Like, get a job, my boy. Coming at you hard from Diego Town. What up with it, G? That's right, jack of all trades. Sanfras is going crazy with the snatch and grabs. Yeah, I be seeing shit like that. It's like damn, my boy, serio? Like you don't really all throw it all away for what, a Gucci backpack? Fucking guys, are you still active or inactive? Um, I still represent my neighborhood. I still kick it on my block. I still kick it with my homies. So um, would I say that I'm out there like the youngsters and like no. But am I out there still with the homies chilling? Yeah. If shit comes down my way, do I still represent? Yeah. And if shit was to pop off on the block, or I still be right there. Well, yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not out there looking for it or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just me. But I'm proud of my neighborhood. I'm proud to represent my neighborhood. And I'm always gonna represent my neighborhood. Not saying like I'm gonna be out there banging and putting in work and writing on walls and everything like that. But if people want to come and press on me or make it an issue, I mean, then I'm gonna stand my ground. You know what I mean? Sub homie. Oh, the homie 626 is definitely in the building today. What's good with you, 626? What's cracking lacking, my boy? What's shaking bacon? Uh, I would just jack his beat and just do my shit. Jack who's beat. See, like me, for example, there's nothing wrong with jacking beats, right? I wouldn't be tripping on it. I know there's a lot of rappers that trip on it. My boy, you should have confidence in your song. You should have confidence in your ability. So, so what if they use the rola? So what if they use the beat to your rola? Are you afraid that they might make a song better than yours? So, so do you think that you suck? Do you think that they're better than you? Why are you so insecure? There's nothing wrong with some friendly competition. You know what I mean? If they make it better than yours, then you just come and make it better than the one that they drop in. Like a friendly sport. Back and forth. So these individuals are worried that they might make a better song. That just shows that they're already boxing their abilities. You should have the confidence that they can't spit it better than me on this beat. You know what I mean? Like I would never sweat it. You know what I mean? And that's why when people ask me, "Hey, what beat you at?" I be shooting people the beats out of my rollouts and like that my brother makes and stuff like that. Like I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like Like toda esta gente está muerto de hambre, fool. Like instead of trying to help a motherfucker come up, homie, it's like it's be stepping on fingers. Like nah, 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 nah. There's not enough room up here. Like damn, there isn't. Got the fucking whole sky to himself. Uh, you know what I'm saying? Uh, I stay boosting all day. Fresco been screwed. Frisco been screwed. Ooh, it's all about the big BGV 1111 Street Ranker. The way that vato says it, todo nonchalant right there in the back of the ramfla. 1111 Street Ranker. Big VGV. And hey, but that's how the boulevards were, though. You're right, cruising the boulevard. That's how it was, my boy. Ramfla con ramfla, y the enemigos used to pull up next to you and hit you up, my boy. Se armaban los putazos. That's how it really was. Exactly how that scene happened in Boulevard Nights. I swear to God, no lie. That's how it really is cruising. How it was cruising the boulevards before. Whether it was Bristol or Whittier or the Canyon, my boy, así se armaba. It was exactly like that, homie. You know, like you used to go like three ramflas or four ramflas deep. The enemigos used to roll up like three, four ramflas deep, ma pues se armaban los pinches putazos. Serio, homie, that's real talk. Shit was fun. I mean, era un desmadre y todo eso, but see, this is how you know that this is not normal. I shouldn't find joy in this. Like, raise your kids better. Ay, ay, ay. I'm only honest. That shit was fun. I found it fun. I don't know. What I find fine, what I found fun when I was younger was, I don't know, I was disturbed. I was a troubled individual. That's crazy. But it ain't that's though. That's the fun. So my boy Shadow, the Jedi. What's good with you? Touching down from Boyle Heights. Free all the homies doing tiempo Simon, homie. That's right. Do you always have a burner on yo in the hood because people been testing me on gang bang, but I don't know, my boy. I wouldn't know nothing about that, homie. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah. So like just don't sweat them individuals. But as in homies keeping burners in the hoods, I wouldn't know, my boy. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I wouldn't have no knowledge on that. I fear no man but God. That's right, my boy. Free my deal. Kiki from Canoga Party. That's right. Free the homie from Canoga. Out the night I was. Woo! I was showing my girl your cooking video earlier, pero we broke up because she was laughing at your jokes too much. No. No, you got nothing to worry about, my boy. Tú estás más guapo que yo, güey. Ah, so you got nothing to worry about, my boy. Pues con esa cara que traes, my homie. Shh, ya sabes. You got the shit in the bag, 626. Tú estás bien, Juan Camané, my boy. Juan Camané. Did you ask the question last time? My modelo is just keep. Yeah, it's just keep pushing straight on the path, even if you know there's something coming your way. Just get yours as well. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, there's no like why stall the you know what's gonna happen. Like if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, my boy. Like all you're doing is really just putting it on hold. To you're gonna have to face face the obstacle. So just face it and get it over with already. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Hey, my boy, J Boy from Eastside Evergreen Gang. He's been down since '07. Damn, my boy, serio? Hey, well, free the homie J Boy out of Evergreen, homie. That's scandalous. I know I got homies doing all day too. That's fucked up. A lot of them too. I'm the only one that pretended to like spreads when other vatos made them nasty as fuck. Nah, my boy, we all did that. We all did that, homie. No lie, yo valía verga for that shit too. You know what I'm saying? I had no skills in that. You know, if I can see que see, like, oh, I made the best. I'll be fronting right here. Nah, that shit was garbage. Yeah, there's homies that used to make some nasty ass pruno too, food, like fucking straight garbage, dog. But there's some fools que se ventaban, güey. Like, no mames, pinche shit, D. This vato. It's crazy, though. Nah, but you're not the only one. I know what, my boy, I feel you. I know what you're talking. Shout out Westside Hotel. That's right. Shout out to all the homies from Hotel that be holding it down. Smart water all day. Oh, my boy, you know we could only afford what is it? Niagara, Nigeria? What? You know the ones that they have at every supermarket that's like 5 for 10. My boy, we straight out the block. It's your hand up from your head. Nah, my hand don't gang back, my boy. I mean, she's out the ghetto, but you know, she ain't from the hood. I see a lot of chilling, but no sipping. Ah, serio, huh, my boy? Damn, the homie Julio. Hey, homie, sip that pisto. Despensa, homie. It's for the barrio. As for the big homie, Crucito, El Gallo Negro, Miklo, Bechuco from the VGV. For all of them vatos. For cheap times. uh, all grow up together in the same area. A city malo you from another area and coming. Yeah, it's crazy that in general, if you look at it overall, my boy, we're all the same. We all been through the same struggles. We're on last time, yeah. We're fighting for senseless shit. You know what I'm saying? But I have faith that the future looks brighter. Oh, the homie Rogelio is definitely up in the building. Shout out to the Tiny Boys gang. What's good with you, my boy? I feel you when I say you. Together when develops the enemies for reference first. Yeah. I could relate to what you just said right there, Ormiga. You know, you were cool with homie. You know, you knew homie and everything. Next thing you know, you guys are from two different waters, and it's like, yeah, it's crazy. Oh shit, I could have been dropping dime this whole time. See, 626, ponte las pilas, compa. Yeah, if homies ain't from the water, they could call the cops, my boy. Come on now. That's what law enforcement is for. Um, is people trying to put those rules on on society. Imagine if society had to live by our rules. Like, also, you guys get to pick and choose what rules that civilians have to follow. Like, where does that say? When you got your when did they teach you that part, my boy? Like, I must have been absent that day, but like, care to enlighten me with your perspective on the matter? That was crazy, huh? Shadow, have you seen an increase in Chicano plus black people in LA mixing, having babies over the past? Are we moving closer to the Yes, we are definitely moving to a unified culture. Look, the proof is even here. The fact that there's norteños and homeboys or blacks and Cribs, Bloods, Vice Lords, all of that in the comments, interacting, small talk, but still conversation nonetheless. The fact and people are like, what is it? How's that any big move? That's just the internet shit. That's just on YouTube. They don't apply for my boy. The fact that because see, they don't come from they don't know how the street life works. The fact that people are acknowledging each other could even you know mandarte saludos, my boy, in itself is monumental, my boy. If you were to tell homies back then, nah, that shit will never happen. The fact that even just small talk like that, my boy, is something that is just the fact that you could give respect. The fact that homies inside the bote for arguing, cool. Should already tell you right there that that's a big. I know people don't really see it because there's still mataderas happening and stuff like that. My boy, it's one step at a time. This problem is not gonna get fixed overnight, homie. Something as big as this doesn't get. It's not a light switch. Problems take time to get fixed when they're this big. Baby steps. You know what I mean? But be patient. It will happen. You know what I'm saying? Little by little. You get what I mean? People would have thought that none of this shit would be occurring, and it is. So that should already tell you, people are moving in the right direction. It's just that people get impatient, right? It's not moving fast enough. Like Rome wasn't built in one day, motherfucker. Like all the big problems take time in order for them to be fixed. You know what I mean? Shit, America hasn't even fixed fully all its problems from back then. It takes time. You know what I'm saying? But you can't lose hope, or be impatient because either way, I mean, you want to build a better future. That way you can leave it for your children. It's not for yourself. You know what I mean? Uh, so stop making it about you, dog. As long as you leave the world better for your kids. You might not live to see the peace, my boy, but as long as your kids live to see the peace, then you should be able to go así a toda madre. Feliz. So yeah, it's moving in the right direction. Is there still problems? Yes. You know what I mean? Does shit still pop off? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I said, problems don't get fixed like overnight. And, it takes time, but they will happen. Um, see. Then they should have been in the hood. That's what I'm saying. What happens to hood hoppers? Oh, hood hoppers. You know what? I have never met a hood hopper. I have heard of them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, hood hoppers no good. You know what I mean? Um, I know every individual has their own story, right? Like it has their own, tell to it, depending on the situation, because not every homie situation is the same. Um, but like I said, you would have to get, I guess, talk to an individual. I guess you would have to know the individual scenario before you could like judge it. You know what I mean? But overall, it's looked upon as something bad, regardless. That's just the reality of it. Um, you know, Shadow have you want your own DNA? Do you know about where your roots, tribes come from? No, I haven't done that because to be honest with you, it's irrelevant to me. If this is the culture that I believe in and this is the culture that I strive for, then whatever any test says is completely irrelevant. You know what I mean? For the mind state that I think of and for how I view things. So it wouldn't make no difference to me. You get what I'm saying? Maybe to those individuals who I guess care about that kind of stuff. But if this is the individual that you already are, right? If this is who you're comfortable with in your shell and in your beliefs and stuff like that, then why would any of that change your opinion on it? You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? Because now it's like if you're trying to be just trying to please the masses or be a part of the you know oh, this is what you are, so this is what you have to represent. Like says who? Like I'll represent whatever the hell I want, and I'll choose whatever I want to follow and be loyal to. You know what I mean? Just because this says that I belong to this group or whatever doesn't necessarily mean I have to be cool with that or be down with that group or anything like that. You know what I mean? We're free to choose. That's why I'm not religious. I don't believe in religion and stuff like that because religion is forced upon individuals since they're young. They don't actually have a choice in it. When everything should be a choice, especially with something that's as big as that. Every individual has the right to get a pick, and all that. You know what I mean? Nothing should be forced upon anybody, in my opinion. you know? Um, I don't agree with blacks and Mexicans. Well, yeah, well, everyone has their opinions on it. Some people are cool with it, some people are not. I personally have nothing against blacks. I have a blacks homies from my barrio, so I don't have no beef with black people. You know what I mean? They never did nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Because even if you did have altercations with some black individuals in your uprising, whatever, to view a group all this way for a few individuals' actions, I don't see how or why people would view it that way. You know what I mean? Like, because they're not all the same. They don't see each other the same. They're not all down with each other. You get what I mean? So why are you gonna just because you got in an altercation with this individual, you're gonna view all of them like that? You know what I mean? Like, what did the rest of them have to do with what was your guys' battles and shit like that? You get what I'm saying? And of course, obviously, because when somebody has a different way of living than yourself, you know, this, you're not gonna understand it, or you're not gonna view or like everything that they do and stuff like that, because you guys, were raised differently or whatever. But that's not to say that they're all like that, or you gotta have beef with all of them or like that, because then that doesn't make us any better than white people and say why we shouldn't be in this country and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, they're holding this grudge against us, calling us rapists and drug traffickers and all that, when we're not all like that. You know how they label us all like that, so you're gonna label them like that just for a few incidents that you got. So that's why I don't have an issue with them, especially because there's a lot of Soningas that are black. So it's like, but if that person is running around, now what is playing the street life? Not in the gang life. Oh, okay. So if he's doing like that's why illegal activity. If he does, if he if he's not a gamer or whatever, if he's doing illegal activities and he's not calling the car, oh yeah, my boy, that's definitely a rat, because he is doing something illegal. He agreed to break the law, and now he's doing that on you. Yeah, that's when I went and I said, if you're doing illegal activities, or if you belong to a gang, that's when it's snitching. But yeah, that applies to snitching as well, because you guys agreed to do some criminal activity, and now you're folding on them. So it's like you're a snitch. Um, so yeah, maybe you really the law. I don't see color. I only see. Yeah, me too. I only see humans in general. I never see like Asians or black, or even when they were saying a black attack the Lotet or whatever. I seen a human being attacking another human being. Like, I didn't see no specific group or nothing like that. Um, Respect from Southeast Diego. I was always wanting to be a Sureño, but I'm too old to bang respects to all of us. Yeah, my boy, you don't want to be an old damn gamer, my boy. Like, if anything, we look up to you, homie. We wish we could be like you, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't ever want to be like, look up to this life or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Your homies know what it is, dog. You get nothing out of this motherfucking shit right here. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's how I live my life, and it's because I already made the choice. You know what I mean? There ain't no backpedaling, but I'm saying, if I'm gonna be completely honest, yeah, you get nothing out of this shit, and it's full of nothing but bullshit. I mean, I ain't lying. You know, only calling it how it is. But like I said, it's the way I still live. I know it doesn't make any sense. Is being a hypocrite? Yeah, I understand. I understand all that completely. You know what I mean? But that's why it's called La Vida Loca. This shit wasn't never made to make sense. You're trying to make sense of something that was never made to make sense to begin with. That's why people can't understand the way these individuals live their life, because they're trying to make sense of something that was made never to make sense. Are you pinta bound? Nah, I'm chilling bound. Mind over matter. Yup. If you don't mind, then it don't matter. What year you got jumped in your body? Ooh, 9 years old. So, long time ago. All my family's from my neighborhood, my boy. Jefe, 9 uncles, everybody on. I can't believe we're still on there. Huh? I can't believe we're still on there. I've only been on for an hour. How's your nap? um, we all have made mistakes, but yeah, your mistakes will never write your future. You know what I mean? You live and you learn, homie. Should never be ashamed or afraid to make your mistakes. You know what I mean? For if you learn from them, it's only gonna make you a better person. Everyone makes mistakes. You know what I mean? Mankey, I'm from the Bay, raised in. She knows. Alright. I know you don't believe in God. What do you think happens when you die? Then you die. That's it. 9:40. So it's just like that, like that's it. Nothing. Just nothing at all. Not even thoughts or none of that. It's it. It's over. It's a wrap. You live long enough. should be grateful. People want immortality. Like, my boy, doesn't that sound nice? This is the real world where real things happen. I know the thought of living forever with your loved ones, doesn't it sound beautiful? Almost too good to be true. Some Valley Diablos in the house. What's cracking, homie? Chilling, my boy. What's good? What's good? In the 90s, well, yeah, you had no choice. You know what I mean? Yepa, yepa, yepa. OG is definitely in the casa as well. OG is definitely here. Whoa, whoa. Wait, is that the real OG? Triple OG? It's the real account tapping. Big homie. All right, it's the real Triple OG. It's the real Triple OG. That's the real deal. Holyfield. Ever heard of a crew called NH Crew? Is that NHC? Natural High Crew? Is that the one? I have a few fake accounts floating, but real. I know. Welcome to the club, my boy. Está cabrón, no? What up, homie? How you doing? What's good, David Montoya? Orale, are you ready for Thanksgiving? Hell yeah, we're ready to get our rubbing on, homie. That's the day that for sure we're getting 5 pounds more. Fuck, pinche vato gordo y te vas a poner más gordo. Me gusta comer, güey. You slow on the reading the comments. So, serio, my boy. It's because I like to read everybody's comments. Like, I don't like no comment being left behind. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they took the time to write it, I like taking the time to read it. You know what I mean? I like trying to get to everybody, even though I know it's like I should like shh. Like, it's more of a respect thing to me. It's like if I miss somebody's comment, it's like fuck. Like, that's how I see it. I'm like, damn. Raiders, woo woo. You you ain't the only one. Shadow. Serio, Raiders. They should never got. Serio, another 4 years. Said he got rid of nothing. They don't need respeto. Hey, well, good. Hey, buenas noches, American me. Everyone don't understand. DC, not the problem. It's the offensive coordinators. Is the problem. Yeah. Went to KC Bengal game and stayed till the last play in that Mount Wagon. Real Raiders fans stay even when they lose. They say, yeah, that is true. Raiders fans are loyal. I mean, they're there year after year. You know what I mean? Even though they've been like spit on year after year. Pero ahí están. I give them that. If my Raiders don't win Thanksgiving Day, our season is over. Well, está cabrón, homie. Está cabrón. Prepárate, prepárate. Hey, better check me and my homie out. You might fuck with our music. We homies from Colorado. Salud. Hey, what's it called, my boy? What's your group? Is it the Steel City Production? Is that the one? Yeah, I'll definitely scope it out. What do you think about the homeless stuff? Finally, is coming to an end. Now people can walk on the sidewalks of downtown. Yeah, I mean, I still believe that there's more things that need to occur. I still believe that these individuals still need some kind of psychological help because that's what they need. They don't need like to be given money or given home. They need psychological help. You know what I mean? Because they struggle mentally with their thoughts and keeping themselves together. And it's a real thing. It's not because they're stupid or no. Like you have to understand these individuals. These individuals go through real things, have real problems. You know what I mean? Suffer from real disorders and stuff like that. You know, and going through real shit. You know what I mean? Like the government doesn't understand that part. They think by giving them this and that, but you're not helping the individual. It's kind of like if you're teaching somebody, you give them a bike, you're teaching them, they don't know how to ride a bike, you're holding them by the waist. That's how it is when you're giving them money and everything. So what happens when you let go? You're gonna fall. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's better to, help the scenario and build it up right, to put an end to it. Um, but that's something, for, the governor and the mayor to, to cook up and do, which I don't understand, like, why they don't. Like, is it really that hard, motherfucker? Like, that's the only thing you guys get paid for, to solve these puzzles. Like, what you guys be doing? We be paying you all this money with our taxpayer money, and it's like we see no results. Like, what is it you motherfuckers really be doing? If that was the case, I would love to join you employees in or out of the world. like we just rushed them in. Serio, no mames. Give it a shout out. La Puente tapping in. Big sack. Uh, and Gordo, that's right. Shout out to Puente is definitely in the building. Uh, what was bigger? Was that my non-active enemy, and I will see them at my tea's parties and shit. Yeah, same with my stepdad. You know what I mean? When we had parties, he's always were there. So stuff like I'm like, hey, you remember we jumped your homie the other day? Hey, that's how it goes, my boy. It is what it is. Dele, carnal, es la verdad. Eso, compa. Yeah, well, what do you do for Ale? I work at a warehouse, my boy, where we deal with everything that's cold. You know what I mean? Like anything that's frozen, my boy. Frozen food, from ice cream, yellow, all of that, my boy. Big ass coolers, fucking cold as fuck. So that's what I do for my jale. I mean, vale verga, but I mean, I pay some rent, no? Nah, we do our thing, homie. You know what I mean? You know. But yeah, we there. We doing our thing. What do you think about Young? Oh, that's a great. I don't even know who that vato is. But all right. Well, this is an end. We're gonna wrap it up. Hey, gracias right here for tuning in, and we out.